Once upon a time, in a small village, a curious boy named Sam wandered into the woods. He often explored the nearby forest, but that day was different. As he was walking deeper into the trees, he saw a glowing object lying on the ground. He picked it up and realized it was an ancient amulet. Fascinated, he remembered the tales his grandmother had told him about magical artifacts. Excitedly, he decided to bring it home. However, when he returned, he discovered that his village had changed. It had transformed into a bustling town. Sam was feeling shocked and wondered what happened. He was thinking about the adventures he would have in this new world. Long ago, he had been wishing for something extraordinary to happen, and now it seemed like his dreams had come true. That night, he lay in bed, dreaming about the adventures that awaited him in the morning. This part of the story uses the simple past tense. For example, Sam wandered into the woods. The simple past tense describes actions that were completed at a specific time in the past. It is appropriate here as it sets the main narrative and indicates events that happened sequentially in Sam's story. This story is set in the past, and this part of the story has been completed, so we can use the past simple tense. We are also describing things Sam regularly did. For example, he often explored the nearby forest. This next part of the story uses the past continuous tense. For example, as he was walking deeper into the trees. The past continuous tense describes actions that were ongoing in the past. In this case, we're describing an ongoing or long action, walking, that was interrupted by another short action. He saw an object. In this instance, we can use the past continuous to describe the long, ongoing action of walking, and the past simple to describe the action that interrupts, when he saw the amulet. We can also use the past continuous to describe the amulet, which was glowing, and presumably had been glowing for a long time. This next part of the story uses both the simple past tense and the past perfect. The simple past tense, he remembered the tales, he decided to bring it home. Well, these actions are quick and happen sequentially, or one after the other. First, he remembered, then he decided. You may also notice that bring does not change to brought. This is because decided to bring counts as one single action made up of two different verbs, and so the second verb, bring, does not change. We can also see the usage of the past perfect. For example, the tales his grandmother had told him. So the tales were told to Sam long before any of this happened, so we're referencing a point in the past that existed long before this story began. In this part of the story, we can see both the simple past tense and the past perfect tense. So the simple past tense, when he returned, he discovered, these actions are quick and again happen sequentially or one after the other. First, he returned, then he discovered. The past perfect tense, for example, his village had changed, it had transformed into a bustling town. Well, the past perfect tense indicates here that an action was completed before another past action. So it shows that the transformation of the village occurred before Sam's return, providing context and clarity regarding the sequence of events. In this part of the story, we can see the usage of the past continuous tense and the past simple tense, which are often used together. With the past continuous tense, we have Sam was feeling shocked. He was thinking about. So the past continuous tense describes actions that were ongoing in the past. In this case, we are describing an ongoing or long action, feeling. There is also another action occurring in Sam's mind, thinking. Both of these actions are happening at the same time, and so we need to use the past continuous tense to indicate that they're both happening simultaneously. We can also see the usage of the past simple tense. For example, Sam wondered what happened. This indicates that Sam briefly wondered about what happened. It was something that he thought about and then stopped thinking about. This is different from the continuous actions of feeling and thinking, which he continues to do for a long time. In this next part of the story, we can see the usage of the past perfect continuous tense and the past perfect tense too. So the past perfect continuous tense, for example, long ago he had been wishing for something extraordinary to happen. In this instance, the past perfect continuous tense emphasizes the duration of an ongoing action that preceded another past action. In this case, it highlights that Sam's desire for adventure was a persistent wish leading up to the moment he found the amulet, enriching the character's background and motivations. We can also see usage of the past perfect tense. For example, his dreams had come true. This sentence shows the relationship between his dreams, which had existed up until this point, and this particular time in the story. He had been wishing or dreaming for something exciting to happen for a long time, and now, at this point, it seemed to have happened. At the end of the story, we can see the usage of the past simple tense combined with the past continuous tense. So with the past simple tense, he lay in bed, this sentence talks about an action which is now complete. We could use the past continuous tense for this sentence, of course, and say he was lying in bed, dreaming about. But because this is the end of the story, it's more appropriate to end with a past simple tense verb combined with the past continuous tense to allow the reader to envision a future for Sam, whilst also providing a sense of finality to the story. The past continuous tense, dreaming about, shows the relationship between his dreams, which had existed up until this point, and this particular point of time in the story. So he had been wishing or dreaming for something exciting to happen for a long time, and now, at this point in the story, it seemed to have happened. The final sentence ends the story nicely because it allows the reader to think about what might happen to Sam next. In conclusion, using different past tense forms adds depth to storytelling by providing context, clarity, and continuity. The mix allows the reader to grasp the timeline of events and understand the character's motivations, emotions, and the significance of past experiences. The story effectively uses each tense to convey a rich narrative, allowing for a more immersive reading experience.